So I wouldn't say that the centre-back position is a priority position for United in the summer transfer window, but it certainly could be. And what I mean by this is that when Lisandro Martinez and Varane are in the defence, United arguably have one of the best centre-back partnerships in the Premier League, alongside Arsenal and Newcastle. However, that's when both are fit, or should I say when Varane is fit, because whilst Martinez is very reliable, Varane is anything but, having missed 8 games this season for injury and 17 last season. And so if United want to give themselves the best chance of going far and competing in every competition next season, then it would only be logical to prepare for a potential sustained absence from Varane. However, when you look at the current backup options of Lindelof and Maguire, they fill you with about as much confidence as Joe Biden being able to accurately recite the alphabet would. And so if United are smart, they should potentially be looking to move on not just Maguire, but also Lindelof as well, who has just 1 year left on his contract, potentially bringing in around £40 to £45 million for both and getting around £15 million off the wage books. And from here, United should not just be looking for a centre-back to just fill in for Varane when he's absent, but also be an upgrade and a long-term successor. And the perfect player for this, in my opinion, would be Napoli's Min-Jae. Now I know there are going to be some people who race down to the comments to say that Napoli aren't going to sell, but he has a reported €50 million, £42 million active release clause, so they can't really do much about it. To me, Kim is already not just a better centre-back than Varane, but blossoming into one of the best centre-backs in the world, and he's still only just 26 years old. The South Korean is an imperious force in the Napoli back line, being 6'3" in height and physically dominant, as well as being quick across the ground. I also really like his front foot defending, as he has exceptional reading of the game that allows him to anticipate passes into the opposition forward line and step out assertively with no hesitation to make the interception or tackle. And it's this sort of proactive defending that is so valuable in the modern game, as just like I spoke about in regards to keepers stopping threatening situations from the source with their cross-claiming and sweeping, in my analysis of why Diogo Costa should replace David De Gea, the same goes for centre-backs. If you have a reactive passive centre-back like Lindelof and Maguire in your back line, who aren't capable of this sort of front foot defending, this means the opposition's attack is not going to be stopped higher up the pitch, allowing it to then progress into your defensive third, where the risk of conceding a goal becomes a lot higher. And so even though it's the blocks and last-ditch tackles inside of the box that grab headlines, of which Kim Min-Jae is also capable of pulling off with fantastic positioning, aerial ability and tenacity, it's often his defensive actions higher up the pitch that make the real difference. And we can see just how good Kim Min-Jae is in terms of his front foot defending, as he ranks in the 66th percentile for his interceptions and the 51st for the amount of dribblers he has tackled. Which may not initially look that impressive, but considering he is playing for Napoli, the most dominant side in Italy, and maybe in Europe at the moment as well, he obviously gets less opportunities to rack up a high amount of defensive actions. But a better metric to see just how good Kim is defensively is the percentage of dribblers he has tackled, and the amount of challenges he has lost, where he ranks in the 99th and 98th percentile respectively, and considering Kim is also a high volume front foot tackler, this is incredibly impressive. On the ball, Kim Min-Jae would also be a much needed improvement on Lindelof and Maguire, being a lot more composed in possession and just in general having a greater urgency with the ball at his feet, which may seem like a minor detail, but when watching the other two, Maguire in particular, you often become frustrated with how long it takes them to get the ball out of their feet and carry it forward or find a pass. And when watching Napoli, I noticed not only is Kim much better in possession, but he also offers ball progression in possession as well. Here we see from his FB Rev report and from his short, medium and long passing metrics that not only is he a high volume passer, but he completes a high percentage of them as well, showing his competency with the ball. But also more interestingly, he ranks in the 80th percentile for his progressive passes and the 89th percentile for his passes into the final third, as well as ranking in the 80th percentile for his progressive carries, which shows that Kim is definitely suitable for a possession orientated system. And so if United were to trigger Kim Min-Jae's release clause and bring him into Ten Hag's side, he'd come in as one of the top 3 best centre backs in the league alongside Lisandro Martinez and Gabriel. And so I think with the opportunity there, United should be looking to get rid of both Lindelof and Maguire and use that £40 million or so to bring in the South Korean centre back. As I said in previous videos, I am now doing full video and channel reviews, so if you want me to give you any advice or feedback for a specific video or for your whole channel, you can send an email to atlantisfootball96@gmail.com. But if you just enjoyed the video, you can check the description for more. You can subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you do get notified when the video comes out, and put your thoughts in the comment section below. And you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, which will be in the description, for more content as well.